Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I'm beginning with the program The Journey of Self-Discovery, and this is the first webinar which we're going to be working on to kind of allocate where we are in our life and to see our weakness and our strength and what is mostly emerging for us to work on. So I'm inviting you to be with me for this time, and of course it will be great if you have notebook and pen, so you can write down some of the things that we're going to be going through for the next minutes. And of course I would welcome you to let me know where you're watching me from, where you are at the moment, to send me some comments or just say hi, or you can send me some likes or hearts, whatever you prefer, so I will know that you're there. And so as I said, the journey to self-discovery, it's a 1-month program, and this is the first webinar for it, which we're gonna look at the main topics that we're gonna be working on throughout the whole program, which are very like the major points in our life, and most of the people, they've been struggling with those, and some of the rules are so there's one rule which I would ask every person who is going to enroll to wear only colorful clothes, no black clothes. And why is this? Because we're going to be working on our like our inner strength and our energetic centers and our chakras and these kind of things, and we're going to be opening them. And normally the black color, it blocks the energy, it blocks everything. Hi Annie, nice to see you. And thank you for the hearts, I'm sending some back. So basically no black clothes, only colorful ones for the whole month. And this is going to help us to to train our willpower, to be more consistent. We're going to bring more colors in our life. Hello Elena. It's quite important. We don't really realize how much is that affecting us, but it is. So colors normally affects us, affects our mood. Also, another thing I'm going to be asking to set your intentions. What is your intention? What is your intention for the day? What is your intention for the week? Or what is your intention for the whole program? And intentions are very important in our life. They set us a direction. They give us a direction where we're going to, what we're gonna achieve, and what's gonna happen. And it's a lot easier. Our life flows more easier with intentions. And I'm gonna give you a little exercise which we can do. And the first thing I'm gonna ask you is to feel your right foot. Just feel your right foot. And then you can move your fingers on your right foot. So when you do that, our intentions, it's like it's a whole thing, because our desires are designed and they come from our will to change our experience. And our desires are actually directed from our soul and from our karma. So, if we have something like a karma thing, or something like this, hello Nicolette, our wishes are to change this experience, right? But our intentions are the actions that we're gonna make, because our intentions is the muscle, Our intention helps to and even affects our motor skills, our motor system, because this is helping us to have balance, like physically to have balance, to know where we are, our writing skills are our motor skills and all these kind of things, but it's the muscle control, right? So if we know our intention, that's going to help us to do actions. And even though without us thinking, setting this intention, we're going to be able to achieve something. So in the beginning, it's very, very important to set an intention. So what is your intention? So let's say you are struggling with finding your purpose, and your intention by the end of the program is, I want to find my purpose. And it's very important to design the intention in positive way. It's not to be like, oh, I don't want to suffer anymore. You know, that's not your intention. That's not a good intention. Like, your intention should be something positive, like, I would like to attract more love in my life, or I would like to have more free time for myself. I would like to love myself more, and all these kind of things. So you can write down, and of course you can let me know where you're watching me from. You can write in the comments, you can say hi. I can say I'm in London. We are under quarantine, as the whole world is. And what is your intention? And you can write it in the comments, you can write it in your piece of paper. And it's very important, because after that we're going to be looking back, and we're going to see at the end of the program, have you achieved this? Have you had this? Have you had any clarity on this topic? What happened with you? Do you need anything more? Do you need anything extra? And of course, because some of the things, they could be very individual, but I'm gonna be asking you to share more things with me, so we'll be able to to direct and work more a little bit more narrowed in your life. So that was about the intentions. I'm just looking at my notes so I don't miss anything. Hello. And so the first topic is, if we don't have if we don't see a way of doing things, or hello Martin from Benidorm, Spain. Oh my god, I was there last year on holiday. Okay, that's very cool. I'm watching you from London. Hello everybody, nice to see you all. So the first thing is, if we don't see our future. So if you're not able to see that you can move forward, if you're not able to see what's going to happen, of course now, as the situation has occurred, we are all in a the past is not fully gone, the future hasn't arrived yet, and we are on pause. So what do? We reflect. Yeah, that's what we're going to do now. We reflect on all our areas, which is going to be the thing we're going to talk about after. All the areas, all the most important areas in our life, and we're gonna reflect on this, where we are at the moment, what can we do to change it, what are the next steps, what could be the triggers which are making me feeling that way, why I'm not having a peace in myself, why I haven't achieved certain thing in my life. And Nicoletta is from London. Amazing. So why, for example, I haven't found my purpose. Why you haven't found your purpose? I haven't found a partner of my life, for my life. Why? What is preventing you from not finding one? So this is the first topic. And are you happy? Are you unhappy? So you can just, you can set from 1 to 10 where you are. 5, yeah, I'm okay. 0, I'm extremely unhappy. Nothing is the way I wanted, and things like that. 10 is, yes, I'm perfectly fine. 8, something more could be asked. And the first area, and you can write down in the comments where you are in your life. Are you, are you happy? Are you not? Are you, 1? Are you 5? Are you 10? Are you 8, 7? What, in the scale of 1 to 10, where you are at. How do you feel today? How do you feel now in your life? Because very often people are like, oh, I could have achieved more. Oh, or maybe I'm, quite good. I've done quite a lot of things. Yeah. So the first area of our life, and I will ask you to write this down, is love and partnership. And I would ask you to write down from 1 to 10 where you are. So you're with a partner, but like, for example, you would like, at the moment you guys are fighting a lot, because you have nowhere to escape, you need to face the problems, you need to face everything, and you want more of this. So what you need to do in this case? And of course, there is a topic of relationships which we're going to focus more, and I will tell you there are the things that we are actually they might be triggering conflicts. They might be triggering other things in our life that are not working quite well, and that's the point. The point is to have flow in our life. Nicolette is saying that she's 7. Perfect. So how is your love life and relationships from 1 to 10? And then the second is your birth family. So what is your relationship with your mother, with your father? How do you feel about your family? Do you know a lot about your family? Do you feel connected? Do you feel disconnected? Annie says 7 too. Great, amazing. So how is your birth family? And by the way, in love and relationships, you can add your personal family if you already have created family, if you have partner and children. Hi, Radi. So basically, then we have our birth family, because from our birth family, we have a lot of triggers. Most of the problems when we're struggling with something, they come from our birth family. This is the key. So if we don't feel connected to our family, if we don't feel connected to our mother, if we don't feel connected to our father, love and partnership 8, amazing. So if we don't feel connected to them, we are not able to receive all the love and all the resources from our whole ancestral generation, from our lineage, yeah? And I'm going to talk about this a bit more further in the second topic. And then after our birth family, we have our friends and our social life. And how are you there? Birth family 10, amazing. That's really good. So how are your friends in your social life? So for example, you haven't got that many friends at the moment, or maybe you've got into a fight with your best friend, and I would welcome you. Now is the time to call them and say, hey, how are you doing? Now is the time to kind of forgive them, to kind of be like, okay, it's okay, we can carry on talking, everything is fine, because you need your social life at the moment. We all need, and we are creating a very big bond at the moment with all of the people that we spend time with, even though it's just via our phones or something, but it's a very big thing. Okay, so then we have our fun and our holidays and relaxations and time that we spend relaxing. So are you able to relax? Are you able to spare some time for you to have a break? And are you constantly working and things like that? And I'll give you an example with me. So it was a while ago where I was overworking. I was working 7 days a week, like literally exhausting myself. And then I was talking to a lady that she's quite successful, and she's got her own business, and she went through a lot. And she said to me, you look quite tired. And I said, yeah, I've been working a lot. It's just like, when you have something that you're passionate about, that you love, you kind of don't know when to stop. And she said to me, well, listen, if you don't allocate time for yourself, nobody else will. So, and that made me thinking, and I'm like, yeah, it's true. If I don't do it, nobody else will. So are you able to take some time for yourself? Friends and social life is 8. Perfect. So there is something more. Maybe you're not going out much. Now we cannot, unfortunately, but we can be creative and think of a way to do it. Yeah. So then we have time for yourself and love for yourself. So maybe it's a cliche, loving yourself and this kind of thing, but this is actually having healthy boundaries. This is about saying yes and no when you want to. It's about you. It's about how much you let people take advantage of you. How are you dealing with these kind of things, for example? And also, do you spare 1 day in a week for you only? So let's say you're gonna do your yoga, you're gonna drink your tea, you're gonna watch, for example, this is self-love, watching this kind of self-development programs and working on yourself. This is self-love, because I love myself enough to be able to look at my problems and fix them. Yeah, I have enough courage to do this, and this is great. This is amazing, because your soul is cheering now. It's like, yes. Between 7 and 8, friends and social life, or your Nicolette, fun and relaxation, or time for yourself and love for yourself. So all these kind of things, they're all very important concepts in our personality, because if we don't have all of this, we're not going to be able to have our balance in our life, if that makes sense. So then we have personal development and education. So this is, personal development, this is what we're doing at the moment. But also personal development is very much related to your career as well, and education. So for example, if we go to our career and purpose, let's say you have certain skills by now, and you want to achieve something else, but you don't have some skills, so you need to train yourself in this. So let's say your dreams are to speak in public, and let's say you don't have the skills to speak in public, but let's say you have lots of wisdom and things like that. And what you can do, you can go and do training in speaking in public, or you can do acting classes or something like this. So this is something that you can learn. So don't get scared or afraid when you find out what's your purpose, and then you don't have something is missing, The idea is to figure it out, and then you're gonna find a way, you're gonna find the path. It was the same with me, by the way, because I knew that I wanted to, to consult people. I knew I wanted to do seminars and do all these kind of programs and self-development things, because I was quite wise, and I'm still quite wise, but, back then that was something that was quite precious to me, and I was realizing it, and I was like, I need to give that to people, because keeping it just for myself is not fair. It's my purpose to give it to you guys, to tell you what I think, to tell you how I am, to tell you, to share my experience. And this, it's something very precious. And then I was like, but I don't know how to speak in front of public. I don't know how to design these programs. I don't know how to do this. And then I went and I learned it. It took me a couple of years, then I was like, I really fell in love with family constellations, and I was like, oh my gosh, but I don't know how to do this. And then I went on a training, so all these kind of things, they slowly, one by one, they come to you. And then we have career and purpose, and as I said, it's good to research, a little bit. It's good to, for example, I do numerology, where I can tell you exactly what it is, exactly the professions that you should be working as, and the money flow, and the areas that you, they're mostly powerful to you, and you can apply them. We have all these great tools, so use them, use them. That was my, the thing that made me feel like, yes, I found my purpose. When I heard my numerology, when I heard that I should be, exactly giving advice to people and doing all these kind of things that I'm doing, I was like, yes, that's the thing. No more questions, because I was constantly searching for my purpose for 5 years. 5 years doing different courses, course after course, course after course. One thing I liked, the other one I didn't. But all of this brought me some skills which I'm using even now. And then, so if you do your career, your purpose, and then your money, abundance and finances. So how is that with you? So from 1 to 10, how are you managing all of this? So we're gonna do some practices about it, but we're gonna do some practical things. We're gonna do some things on an energetic level and some on physical level, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna talk about this further. So then when we go to our relationship, because this is one of the main topics, as I did a questionnaire, and people ask, the first topic that they wanted was relationships. So we're gonna talk about our ex-partners, and we're gonna talk about our upcoming partners or our current partners. We're gonna be talking about attracting a partner. And of course, I don't know if you guys know that when we had some sort of relationship with somebody, they can still suck our energy. So we're not going to be able to either attract another person, or we're not going to be able to have a lot of energy to give to our partner at the moment, because this person is still taking from our energy. It's like an energetic hooks, they got us like this, and that's it, and that hook stays there, and this energetical cord stays there. So this needs to be separated. And you know, and most of the times people remain with guilt after they separate. You know, they feel guilty why it didn't work out, how things happen, for example, or you know, or they are left with so much anger. Oh, this person was so bad to me, how could he do this? You know, they fall into this victim mode where, oh, he's da 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 da. No, we need to remove all this, we need to clear all this, we need to heal all of this, and then we can carry on, and we can be clear, and we can attract our partner. Many times I have you know, people they come and they say, oh, I keep on dreaming about my ex, I keep on dreaming and I don't want to, and it's so hard, because this is still an energetical thing that is remaining there. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about the levels of connecting to each other. So I'll just quickly tell you. The first one is the basic level, which is the level of you feel secure, you feel safe with this person. Then is the sexual attraction. Then is the things that we wanted to achieve with this person, let's say to build the relationships, you know, the future that we were looking at together. Then we have our emotional connection is on our heart. Then we have you know, the things that we promise to each other, and the things that we said to each other. Hello, Teddy. Hearts to you too. And then we have our you know, the thoughts, our dreams, and you know, thinking about this person, dreaming about this person, and all these kind of visions we're having with this person. And then we have our divine, like our soul connection. Okay, and then we have the love languages. This is very, very interesting. So for example, I'm gonna give you an example so you understand what I'm talking about. Let's say you love presents, but your partner gives you just compliments, and you're like, oh my gosh, why is this person not just bought me this present that I wanted? He's just telling me all the time how beautiful I am. I know how beautiful I am. Or for example, you walk in and this person is like, I don't know, for example, let me think. Yeah, we could use again, oh yeah, he's giving me so much present, no so much, yeah, it could be presents and things like that, but I would really, really love to have a foot massage, you know. Or I would really, really love if he goes and wash my car. Or I would really, really love if he dropped me somewhere that I really wanted to go. So you know, these are kind of, or maybe you hear your partner, oh, why you you know, let's say you've cooked him nice food, and he's like, oh, I don't care about the food, let's go to the restaurant, or let's watch a movie together, come, let's snuggle together, and things like that. And you're like, oh my god, I just cooked this food and I spent so much time, and now he's asking me to go out, or he's asking me to watch a movie with him, you know, how could he be like that? The good thing about this is you can learn this. Yeah, you can train yourself and you can learn these kind of things. So and then we're going to talk about the archetypes. This is something that is quite important. You know, we have four main archetypes. We have in a man and woman. This is the short version I'm talking about, which is the queen. Then we have the lover, we have the girl, and we have the mother. Okay, so if we have all these four, normally women, we have two main, and then two that we need to develop. And the guys are like emperor, a warrior, then we have the boy, and then we have the creator. Yeah, so all of these four, thank you for the hearts. I'm not really seeing who is sending hearts at the moment, but thank you very much. We're going to talk about this. This was eye-opening for me because I really couldn't understand any of this. And also a very important thing, we are going to have some books with the program that we need to read in this one month, and some movies that we're going to watch. So, you know, when we wire ourselves, when we wire our brain to think about certain topic, we're going to find so much other things that we would be able to resolve, and we're going to be able to learn, and we're gonna end up with being a better version of ourselves. Okay, and then we have the third topic, which is you know, peace in our heart, peace in our soul. And what do I mean by that is here I'm going to be asking you to gather information about your birth family. And I'm going to ask you, any significant events that you've had. And we're going to work here a bit in a deeper level. I'm going to ask you to analyze and see if you have had any repetitive pattern. Let's say very often we see, I've got, people that they come and they're like, oh my God, I'm exactly the same as my mother, how she is towards my father. How can I fix this? And there's a fix for it. That's the great news. But very often, people are like, I've always was saying that I would never be like my mom. And at the moment, I'm acting exactly like her. The same phrases, the same thing. And I don't want to be like that. I want to be me. And I cannot be me in that way. Or, for example, maybe you've attracted a person who is exactly like your father. And very often that happens because the things we don't accept in our parents, these are the things we attract in our partners. And we bring them out in ourselves because we need to accept them. And as children, we need to accept and appreciate our parents the way they are. We cannot ask for more. They've given us enough. Yeah? So we're going to work with our inner child. Of course, this is a very important concept. Our inner child is responsible for our happiness, fun, relaxing, just all this kind of, being relaxed and everything. Then we're going to have the balance between our inner, inner eye. Basically, this is our inner child. This is our ego and the wise part of ourself. So if these three things are in balance, and very often people are with very big egos, which means that they get into fights a lot. They don't accept anybody else's opinion. Maybe some of those kind of people. They always want to be first. They always want to be on top. They always want their opinion to be heard, and they don't care about others and things like that. Or there's people who are egoless, and that also could affect your willpower. They are not able to achieve the things they want to, and they don't have this drive inside of them. And they might not have, they haven't been able to grow up much. They're still acting like children. Yeah, and then we have the fourth topic, which is who I am and what is my mission. And here I'm going to be looking more deeply in what is your mission. You're going to be able to find out. You're going to write your dream job and what you would like to do. And in the thing, I'm going to read you what I wrote a few years ago, which I found out the other day while I was preparing the program. It was so cool. And I was like, oh my God, I'm nearly there. And I wrote this probably 5 years ago, guys. 5 years ago. I was reading it to my friend, and I was like, can you believe this? I'm nearly there. So what is my mission? What can I do? The things I was talking about earlier. We're gonna do a meditation, how to find out what you want to do, how you can see yourself. That will be challenging you to see your future and to to have more hope, because I think now in this time we all need hope. We all need our normality. We all need to come back to ourselves. We all need to reflect. We all need to work on ourselves, and what's better time than this? Yeah, and I've got something very important to tell you. So basically you can write in the comments if you would like to enroll in the program by saying I would like to enroll, or me, or something like this, and I will come back after this live and I will text you a private message and let you know more details about the program. Hi Polly, nice to see you. If you guys would like to carry on working for the whole month, you can let me know by saying me in the comments, and I will come back to you with the text. And then the last topic is money and abundance. So this is very interesting topic and very important topic for everybody, I'm sure. We're going to talk about how rich people and poor people think. What is their way of of thinking about money. We're going to look at our limiting beliefs. We're going to look at our loyalties towards poverty. What does it mean? Normally we are loyal to our families, and if they had gone through very difficult times, we're not allowing ourselves to be to achieve more and to have a better life than they had. And these kind of things, we can fix them by words that we can say, and by some practices that we do. We're gonna do some meditations and things like that. And of course, the format is therapeutic. So we're gonna be sharing in a safe space, in a safe group. And I'm going to be challenging you to do these kind of things. Or even if you don't feel very comfortable, I would really love if you guys share with me, because it's important for me. It's important for us to work and achieve. And of course, when we're on a group level, the energy is even higher. Okay? So do you love money? Of course, I'm going to ask you this question. And you need to tell me your truth, because some people might like, no, I don't like them because they're cruel. And in terms of your limiting beliefs, something very funny, and I like to joke about, and it's one of my favorites, is like, money doesn't grow on trees. But actually, money does grow on trees, because money are made of paper. Well, here in UK they're making them from something else now. I think it's plastic, so I don't know, but let's stick to this. So money doesn't grow on trees, but actually money grows on trees because they're made of paper. So money does grow on trees. Okay, so this is one limiting belief that is a bit funny, and very often people have that. So basically this is gonna be the whole program. If you want to enroll, text in the comments me or send me a private message. And then I'll come back to you with more details about the program, where you can go into, and what is the group name and things like that. And I'm looking forward to work together and raise our vibration and do all these kind of things. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching me and being with me, for your support, hearts, comments, love and everything. I'm sending you love back from my heart to yours. Bye.